where we will be learning how to write a speech. Okay. And for this part, before I tell you about how we can write an effective speech, there's one challenge for you. So you have 1 minute time and you have to convince both your parents to buy you a pizza from a new pizza place near you. Okay, so let's assume that a new pizza place has opened near you and you have to now convince your mom and dad to buy you a pizza. So right now you are going to face towards them and talk to them. Okay. And then I'll ask your parents after 1 minute whether they got convinced or not.
Okay.
All right. Let's see how you would do. Okay.
Papa, can we please get vegetable pizza from that new store?
Why?
Because I want to eat pizza.
No, that's okay. But Domino's also give you pizza, right? It's the same pizza at the end of the day.
But it's new. Let's try something new today.
No, but pizza is pizza, right?
But the restaurants are different, so they have their different tastes.
But see, Ed, if you look at the base is all same. Veggies are all same. Cheese is same. What's the difference between two different shops?
But it's
They're charging more than Domino's.
but it's good to try something new from every store and restaurants. We should try something new.
What do you like most? The pizza of Domino's?
But I want to try something new today.
I don't think it's a good idea to try.
But let's just try. If we didn't like it, we wouldn't buy it next time.
Okay, I'll leave you your choice. Your choice.
But if you didn't like it, then it will be a sheer wastage of money.
But let's just try it. We can take one.
Right. I think we can pause it. Amazing. Does that usually happen, Tia? Is that like
Every day,
every day? Oh, really?
rather every weekend, I should say.
Yeah, this is a story of every weekend.
Amazing, amazing. And what happens every weekend? Like, do you both agree or what happens?
We don't have a choice.
Okay, well, great. Thank you so much for participating in this activity. I actually enjoyed a lot while listening to both of you. But yeah, so I have a question for both of you now. What do you think would have helped you to, get convinced? Right now, I feel like you were not really extremely convinced with what Tia was saying. But what would have helped for you to, get ready to let her try pizza from the new place?
I would say two things. One can be a unique thing about that particular restaurant. Another is the value which it is providing. If it is giving me a good value, up 8 inches pizza at the price of say 4 or 6 inches, I think I would have gone for it.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that. Tia, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Next time you know what to say. Yeah, but don't worry. For next time, I'm going to prepare you really, really well. Okay. So thank you so much once again for trying it out. And let's see that how can we convince your parents next time, So first of all, I have to say, Tia, you really tried a lot and never gave it up. So that's very good. But let's understand that, how can we be very, effective in the way we are saying and what is it that we can tell our parents. Yeah. So we are going to now learn how to write a speech to convince someone. Yeah? And for that, I would want you to remember these 3 words. Very important. Okay. The first one is, can you read it out?
Ethos, develop trust.
Yes. So ethos means developing trust. What your father also mentioned, that if, you could have told about something unique about that pizza place, then it would have been helpful. So something to develop trust. What is second?
Pathos, appeal to motion.
To emotion. Yes. Like whenever we want to convince someone, we have to also make them happy about it, right? So here's the part where we will try to make your parents happy. Yeah. So that is the second part. And what's the third one?
Logos, proof.
Proof. What do you mean by proof?
The proof which you gather that particular restaurant is there or
Yeah, something, to again giving a very logical, good reason so that they get convinced that, okay, now Tia is, she has given me a very good reason. I can't find a reason to say no. So I'll get convinced. Yeah. Don't worry. We are going to understand this in a bit more detail again with a pizza story. But right now we will try to see how we could have used ethos, pathos, and logos to convince your parents for the pizza. Okay. All right. So ethos is about developing trust. What do you mean by trust?
Trust, a bond which you create so they believe in you.
Yes, it's about creating that belief, right? Very good. Now, let's assume you have to, convince, again, same situation, you have to convince them to buy pizza from a new place. What will help you, develop trust so that your mom and dad think that, this pizza place sounds really good, we should try it? What do you think we can say?
We can say that like it has good reviews and
Very good.
it's low in price than the other restaurants.
Very good point. Yeah, I loved it. Yes. And very similar, something we had also written, right? So good reviews means many people have tried it.
Yes.
Yeah. Even when we are buying something, we always try to see what are the reviews, right? So we can talk about that. Yes, it has good reviews. One more thing that we can use is that this pizza store is new right now here, but it has shops all over the India, and
Yeah.
it offers really good pizzas. Yeah. And when you say this, now your mom and father are thinking for a minute that, oh, okay, it has good reviews. It is there all around. Your mom had said one statement, right? That what if it is not good? Then it will waste, say, money, time, and resources, right? So in that way, if you could have added, that, no, it has great reviews, then she would have thought, oh, actually not just Tia, but many other people are saying it is good. Yeah. So that is how we develop trust. Okay. Did you understand this part?
Yes.
Yeah. Great. But I loved how you mentioned about reviews. Very good point, Tia. Very smart thinking. Yeah. Now let's come to the second point, which is pathos. Now imagine that, it's already 9 p.m. and there's no food ready at home, and you want to convince them to buy pizza. What do you think you can say that will make your parents happy and also convince them to buy pizza?
I think that I'll try to convince my mom by saying that she'll not have to make dinner for us, and we can order pizza, so it will be easier for you.
Yeah. And you can say that your mom and dad would be thinking, what am I teaching you? This is just for example, Tia. Okay, don't have to follow to this.
But yeah, already are using these examples sometimes.
Oh, oh, really?
Yeah.
You already know how to use.
So you can take rest. We can have dinner from outside.
Wow, see, you already know how to write a speech. Great. But yes, so now this is something we are trying to make them happy, and that they will think that, oh, Tia cares about us, and she's saying that we will get some rest. She doesn't have to cook food at night. She can also take some time off. And when you also say that I love pizza and I really want to have it, it will make me happy. So of course they would also want you to be happy, right? So yes, so this is pathos. Great. And last one, logos. What do you think we can say here for proof? You remember you said proof is something that will help them again know that, yes, this is a pizza to buy, and they'll get convinced.
Yes.
So what proof do you think we can give?
Maybe because it's healthy.
Okay. But pizzas are usually unhealthy. So what more can you say to make it sound like it is healthy?
That it has really good vegetable toppings on it.
Yes, very good, right? So now you are giving a good reason that why it is healthy, right? So usually, why do our parents say not to eat from outside? Because it is usually unhealthy, right? It is not good for our health.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm no way telling you to eat more pizza, by the way. I want to clarify that. But yes, this is the reason. This is the reason they are worried or they are saying no usually, right? So what we can say is we can give them a good reason that, this pizza had lot of toppings, and they have like toppings like broccoli, cheese, things that are healthy. So it is a healthy pizza also, and a tasty one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is your what is it?
Logos.
Yes. Okay, so let's quickly revise. I think you have got it already, but I want you to say it in your own words. That what are the 3 parts of a speech, in terms of how we can convince the other person really well. So what is the first?
So yes, this was the writing speech. Oh, I'm so sorry. Give me a second. I think it went back. 1 second. Yes. So yes, here we have a writing speech round, and here we are going to check the prior knowledge of the student and the parent, and we will engage the child and the parent into a role play where the child has to convince the parents to buy her a new pizza from a new pizza place. And after that, you can introduce the EPL approach. What is the meaning of EPL, and explain the EPL with pizza story. So this is how we go about doing this particular section. Now comes at the end is a final showcase. Now, final showcase is the place where the child is going to create her own speech on a particular topic. The topic can be discussed verbally with the student, and you can give any topic, whichever the student want to choose, like pollution, global warming, or maybe anything that he or she wants to talk about, and show the slide. There is a slide where all the details about the ethos, pathos, and logos are given. So there are questions which the student can read them, and it will help her to frame a speech. And then she has to give the speech on the camera. So let's have a look.
Is the last chance for you to use your lifeline, Tia. Okay, so this is the part where all three of you can participate and help Tia. Or both of you can participate and help Tia. So now you saw Ovia speaking, right? And she really was passionate about soil. So she wanted to convince everyone that we should all care about soil and do good actions that will help save soil. Yeah? Now I want you to pick a topic of your choice, and maybe you can take help from your parents also, and develop your own speech that you will present here using ethos, pathos, and logos. Yeah? Do you want to quickly think about a topic? It could be anything.
Global warming.
Global warming. Oh, do you also care about climate change and everything? It seems like, yeah. All right. Okay. So global warming, and I will keep these questions for you to help. So that these guiding questions for you. Let's take 3 minutes. Okay. And let's come up with ethos, pathos, and logos. On, you have to talk about global warming, and you want to tell people a message, maybe to save the environment, so that global warming stops or at least reduces. So you have to convince them, right? So you can take 3 minutes, take help from your parents. If you want, you can write down your points also, and then we'll present after 3 minutes.
So here the teacher gives instructions to the child that you can take help from this particular video, and then you can frame your speech. Next is...
Yes.
Have you ever wondered why is it so hot these days? You might be thinking, why is it so? Maybe it's a phenomenon or something else. Can you guess why? Yes, you are correct. It is because of global warming.
Okay. And is there more, or this is it?
That's enough.
That's it. Okay. Okay. Thank you. I'll pause here. Okay. So amazing. So first of all, actually, wait, let me now go back to your parents and take feedback from them. What do you think? Both of you can turn the, yes, I can see all of you now. What do you think? How was Tia?
Yeah, she's good. Honestly, there is
in a second, but maybe she needs some time to jot down all the points and to say to you. So yes, she needs, yes, as my husband said, that she needs to brush up her skills. And yes.
Absolutely. But I do want to share something, that the way she started, and she was looking at the screen very confidently. She didn't look at her paper at even one single time. So Tia, you were able to remember all these lines. That was really good. And when you started, I was so hooked, because you started like, what was your first sentence? What was it? Can you tell me again?
Have you ever wondered why is it so hot these days?
Yes. Yeah. So that was such a good question to start with, and that is so interesting. We never discussed about starting with a question, but you thought of that on your own. Amazing. Really good job at starting it. Your beginning was very powerful, I would say, because you were using your hands. Your facial expression was really good. And I think you are really good with voice modulation. That was definitely one of your strengths, Tia. The way you are able to, lower your volume, stress on important words, and pause. That's very good. Yeah. Of course, I think I do agree with your parents in one area is that, we could have worked on the content a bit more better. I understand that we had less time. So I think you gave one, reason for me. Actually, you used logos, that it is hot. It's a proof you are giving that it is so hot these days, which is because of global warming. But I think we can have added a little bit more about, something that would have helped them feel, or, evoke an emotion of concern, because this is a concerning topic. Yeah. So some more statement for pathos and a little bit more of ethos. But I think your proof was really good. Yeah. So content we can work on. And yes, we had less time also. So don't worry. But overall, in your body language and voice modulation, very good job, Tia. So I want to clap for you.
Thank you.
All right, great. So yes, we are here towards the end of our class. And before, I just have to chat a little bit more with your parents. But before that, Dia, I would want you to just share 3 big learnings that you had from today. And then you can go have your dinner, play with Dia.
And logos. That was one of my big learnings.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yes, here, so in the beginning, you give clear instruction to the child and you give some time to the child for preparation. And you can also tell the child that you can take help from your parents. Share the feedback on child's speech after that, after the speech has already been given. And at the end, ask for 3 key takeaways. So do not forget, these are the 5 different parts of a senior demo class: context setting, introduction to peer skills, speech delivery, writing speech, and final showcase. Yes, Prachi.
Ma'am, actually, my question is like when we told the student to discuss it with the parents to get more content over the topic of global warming. Now, what is the role here of teacher? Like, what a teacher should do when the child is discussing the topic with the parents? Like, what actions or what things we should do that it shows that we are not we are there and we are supporting and watching. What actions should we do in that time?
What action should we do while the child is giving the speech? That's
No. Actually, when they are discussing, when like the parents and the child is discussing over the topic, now what should our actions be? Like, what should we do? Like in
nothing.
that time?
You just have to wait. You just have to
Okay, like,
wait. You have to give a stipulated amount of time only, because if you start giving a lot of time, then your time, you have limited time, isn't it? So you have to complete it quickly as well. So that you have to remember. You can tell the child to complete the speech preparation within like 2 or 3 minutes. Okay. And it
So
has to be a
basically,
very short speech. Just to check, just to give a feedback on the body language, confidence, voice modulation, whether the thought structure is okay or not, whether the fluency is okay or not, just to give the feedback. Okay. And we do not take classes on PS platform. We do not take classes on Zoom platform. We take classes on the PS platform. Transcripts, I don't think we have. But I think the PPT itself will be enough. Transcript. So you can use Jamboard in that case. In case if you really want to write something and show the child, you can use Jamboard. Okay, so this comes to an end of the senior demo segment. Remember, laptop and parents' presence is highly important. Child must create and deliver the speech on his own. Delivering the speech should be on his own, but the creation, there they can take help from the parents. Remember the success formula, both the parents, laptop, and SparkX video. Now, SparkX video is basically a tool which we will be discussing on day 4. Okay, so we have already identified and analyzed different teachers' actions that enables her to build relationship with student. But building relationship, how can we build relationship? Let's discuss about that. How do we make guests comfortable in our home? What is the first thing that you do? First thing. You can write in the chat section. Smile, wonderful. Somewhat of this kind, isn't it? What are the points we should give as a feedback? Feedback is a part of your training session, Sharmila. Feedback is a part of your training. That if I request and I implore you all to please check your training schedules. I think you all are not checking your training schedules. And in spite of me discussing on the first day, you are still like confused about what we are going to learn and when we are going to learn them. So feedback is something which is a part of parent-teacher interaction. And if you go check your feedback, you will be able to, wait one second. You'll be able to see it's on day 3. Okay, on day 3, you already have a separate training session on art of giving feedback. Okay. So yes, the first thing can be a smile, isn't it? So we can make the guest comfortable by smiling first, and then maybe greeting and all those things. So to build relationship with the students, we need to remember some points. First point is try to start the class on a high note. Use an impactful voice. Be curious. Listen actively. These are the 4 important points that we need to focus on in case if we want to build relationship with the students. Let's discuss all these points in details. Starting the class on a high note. Okay, so let's do a quick activity. We'll be able to understand what exactly this high note means. So let's look at the pictures on the following slides. I'm going to show you some pictures, 2 pictures side by side, and you're going to identify who would you like to talk to. No judgment involved, just basically we are trying to observe the facial expression. Okay, so let's start. The first picture is, yes, this. So 1 or 2, which face are you more likely to talk to? So most of you say 2. Okay. Okay, let's move on to the second one. What about this? 1 or 2? 2. Okay, most of you say 2. And some, I don't know, strangely you say 1. Okay, let's see. Another one. What about this? And this time it is 1. Okay, this time it is 2. Okay. Lee also says 2. Okay, I would like to ask Lee and others also who have written 2. What were you thinking? Why do you think 2? Or the other one, which others maybe are not choosing? Yes.
I think it just feels more genuine and not forced. There's a sense of naturalness to the smile. But it's subjective, right? My personal, what I feel.
Okay. So let's look at this picture once again. And what seems to be genuine to you is, like, you are saying that here 1 is more genuine and 2 looks as if it's too forced. That's what you're saying? Yes, Lee, that's what you said?
Not this picture, the other one, the third one.
The third one. Okay.
Yeah, this one. Number 1 looks a bit creepy. I don't know why.
Okay, I'll tell you what, if I come to this training session and I have this smile now. Good morning, teachers. I am going to speak with you for another half an hour and then I'm going to leave the session. The smile is not reaching my eyes. Why people seem to be genuine, I'll put myself in the speaker view. Why a person or any person who speaks to you seems to be genuine, and why some people seem to be fake? Because they are faking it. Trust me, when you are genuine, it comes from, so I'm not judging on the face. It's important to be genuine yourself. Okay, what others think, that's up to them. That is okay. Let others make their opinions. It's important that the smile or the facial expressions should come genuinely from within. That's my point. Maybe about the pictures, there can be different opinions. So let's understand what exactly am I talking about. I'm talking about genuine versus fake smiles. Okay. So like some of the pictures which we saw, they seem to as if they are smiling genuinely, and some of the smiles are more subtle, compact, and not reaching to the eyes. So they are more subtle kind of smiles. But trust me, when we are dealing with students and not with professionals, genuine smile works better. It evokes positive feelings. When we talk to a child, like when I'm talking to you, it's more subtle. I agree. When you also observe the adult demo session, you would see that the expressions are more subtle, but yet the smiles are more genuine, right? So genuine versus fake smile, why we are talking about it? Because, and how will you note the differences? You will see fake smile do not reach to the eyes. There is no douche mark. First, no raised cheeks, and there is a lower eyelid when you smile genuinely. So the crinkles around the eyes, lower eyelids, and raised cheeks might tell you that the person is smiling genuinely, no matter how weird the smile is. Everyone has a different smile, isn't it? So yes, I agree to some point, some extent with Lee and others as well. But yes, it's not about the pictures. It's actually about the concept. The concept is the smile, the facial expressions that we are exhibiting in front of a child, that should come out as genuine. Might be I have very scary teeth, but still I will laugh out. So I will laugh out loud and I will smile with my child because that will make him feel more comfortable. That's my point. Okay, wonderful. So how can we start the class on a high note? We can smile genuinely. So genuine is the most important thing, and use virtual gestures. Now, some people genuinely laugh less. I mean, they don't smile very wide. They smile a little bit, just like Lee. So Lee wants to smile in a concise and in a subtle manner. So wonderful. It's absolutely fine. It should be genuine. That's it. So smile genuinely and use virtual gestures. Use a lot of virtual gestures. Trust me, when you use this, can you hear me? Yes. Okay, wonderful. Hey, hi Tia, how are you? So when you use virtual gestures, it seems as if it is very real. Okay, and that since we are already physically far apart, and camera itself is a kind of a bridge between us, but still there is a distance that lessens the distance, that decreases. You feel more closer to the speaker. So it's important to use virtual gestures like high five, or maybe, hey, you like football? Even I am a big fan of Ronaldo. Come on, give me a high five. Yes. Okay. So they love it when you use these virtual gestures. So smile genuinely, use virtual gestures for encouragement for the child. Next one, use impactful voice. Now listen to the voice, not the video, not the language. Language might not, you might not understand the language. It's okay. But let's focus on the voice.
Good morning, Mumbai. This is Janvi on World Space Radio. जाने से पहले ये है मेरा आज का ख्याल उन सब के लिए जो दौड़े जा रहे हैं शहर में। शहर की इस दौड़ में दौड़ के करना क्या है? अगर यही जीना है दोस्तों, तो फिर मरना क्या है? पहले बारिश में ट्रेन लेट होने की फिक्र है। भूल गए भीगते हुए टहलना क्या है? सीरियल के किरदारों का सारा हाल है मालूम, पर माँ का हाल पूछने की फुर्सत कहाँ है? अब रेत पे नंगे पांव टहलते क्यों नहीं? 108 है चैनल, पर दिल बहलते क्यों नहीं? इंटरनेट पे दुनिया से तो टच में है, लेकिन पड़ोस में कौन रहता है जानते तक नहीं.
Okay, I think that would do. On day 2, I never feel like stopping this video. Let this video go on and on. Okay, so why do you feel that this was this voice interesting? It was interesting. Okay, so why did you feel that it was interesting? What did it have? What did it have? Sorry. Energy, engaging. Okay. Low pitch, high pitch. Yes. So change in pitches. Cheerfulness in the voice. Okay. Smoothness, poetic tone. Felt like a genuine talk. Okay. Lots of voice modulation. Very good. Capturing energetic, happiness, excitement. So you're saying excitement, but how did you note that the voice was exciting? I mean, she was trying to sound excited. How did you, like, which part did you find that she was very excited? From the voice modulation, okay. Fresh and cheerful. Raised voice, okay. Increase in the volume, great, okay. And intonation, very good. Emphasis on certain words, very good. Perfect. And good morning part shows excitement because it had a loud and energetic start. Very good. Emphasis on the words. Okay, wonderful. So it had an energetic start in the beginning. It had a loud voice and a lot of projection in the voice. Then there was a change in tone and volume every time she was, switching over to another concept, another sentence. She was constantly changing her tone and her volume. Like when she said, "Good morning, Mumbai," there the volume was projected high. And when she came back to her normal, the speech of the day, she was, lesser voice, the volume decreased. Then she had a lot of emphasis on important words like शहर की दौड़ में दौड़े जा रहे. So emphasis on certain words. Use of exclamatory words like करना क्या है. Okay, so the question, the exclamation in the sound, that is very much audible in the voice. So yes, how can you make your voice impactful? First reason why an impactful voice is required, because it will make you feel excited and it will make others feel excited too. Okay, so a change in the tone and volume might help. Pauses in between whenever it is relevant, and emphasis on important words. These are the things. So a change in the tone and volume and pauses in between whenever it is relevant might help, and emphasis on important words. Teachers, you need to please excuse me for a minute. I'll be back. Yes, so the next part is being curious. Now, how do you know that somebody is curious about you? How would you know? Asking questions, very good. What apart from that? Facial expressions, okay, yes. Attentive when we talk, yes. Active listening. So active listening is the next topic. Noticing, knowing more about us, nodding, okay. Voice, okay. What else? Maybe you will ask more follow-up questions, isn't it? Like, hey, Neha, what do you like doing in your free time? Ma'am, I like dancing. Oh, that's amazing. So what did you do? That's amazing. What is that? Validation, acknowledgement, isn't it? So you validate and acknowledge the responses, and then you ask more follow-up questions like, what kind of dance do you learn dancing? Or are you into more classical kind of dance or more like Western? So you would ask the genre or maybe more further questions. So follow-up questions have asking questions, of course, and acknowledging and validating others' points. Let's do another activity. So there are two videos that I'm going to show you today. So this is the first video. And after watching these two videos, you will compare these two videos. And you can tell me that which classroom was more effective and where did the teacher seem to be more curious about the student and why. Let's see.
Your mom told me that you love reading books.
Yes, ma'am, I do. I read books.
Okay, what kind of books do you read? What books? Can you name them?
Ma'am, I like Harry Potter. Harry Potter books. Yes.
What more?
Ma'am, I've read Enid Blyton books.
Okay. All right. So have you watched Harry Potter series?
Yes, ma'am. I have watched all 7, actually
Okay.
eight movies.
All the 8 movies. Wow,
Yes, ma'am.
that's good. That's good. So what else do you like to do in your free time apart from reading?
Ma'am, I like to also play with my friends in evening. I like playing basketball sometimes.
Oh,
Sometimes
you play
I-
basketball.
Yes, ma'am.
That's good. That's very nice. So
Right. So this was the first video. How do you think the child is feeling here? Monotonous, okay. It was not engaging. Less interested. Smile was less, okay. Facial expressions were not there. Hand gestures were not much. Tonality was not changing. The tone, the pitch.
your
Okay,
mom,
let's watch the next video. The child is not comfortable. Okay, fine. So let's watch video number 2. Let's have a look.
so Ishita, your mom told me that you love reading.
Yes,
Isn't
ma'am.
isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. I do like reading.
All right. So what do you like to read?
Ma'am, Harry Potter books. I
Wow.
like them.
Oh God, have you read? Are you one of those people who have read like all the books?
Yes, ma'am. I have 7 books. My sister, in fact, got it for my birthday.
Oh my
And I have
God.
all the books with me.
Amazing. I cannot commit to all the books. I could not start, you know. So I have watched movies. I love it. But I really want to, you know, read. How do I start? Give me some tips.
Ma'am, I think I also felt that because these were very fat books also, very thick books.
Oh,
But ma'am, like once you read book, when you'll read, you'll find a lot of difference between movies and books, especially like from the first one only. Books, I think they are very detailed also. So you will enjoy it, ma'am.
I thought the movies are, you know, true copies of the books.
No,
I
ma'am.
was
Like
wrong.
lot of difference, especially when you
Okay.
read fourth book, you'll find like Goblet of Fire. It's extremely different to what it is shown in movies and what is there in books.
All right. So what else? What else do you read? Have you read some fan fictions? Have you read some, are you interested in you know, the new Harry Potter movies? I believe that came
Yeah.
out
Yes,
recently.
ma'am. I have seen, ma'am, new Harry Potter movies, but they are okay. But
Okay.
I like the real Harry Potter, the one that came before, really, really
Yeah.
good.
I also think the same exact thing here, that I don't think that they're going to be that great.
Yes.
All right. You know what? I love one series that I'm really, you know, Game of Thrones. Have you heard of it?
Yes, ma'am, I've heard, but I have not watched it, ma'am.
Okay.
It's
So
good.
reading the books would be an amazing thing. If you haven't watched it, I'm
Okay.
sure that you would love the books first.
Mhm.
If you read it first, I'm sure that you will love it more than watching it.
Got it. Okay, ma'am.
It's similar to something like Harry Potter, not so much.
Okay,
It's all magical and everything. That's great as well.
got it. Okay,
All
ma'am,
right.
I'll try.
All right. So let's
Yes, so this was the second video. So what do you think? How the child is feeling in this second one? Okay. Yes, these tips, of course, these tips help for any student, any age student, this will help. Maybe you will tone down your expressions, but the genuinity in your smile, being curious about the learner, and listening actively, maybe an impactful voice. These are something which will be, I think, which will be applicable for any age group, every age group, I should say, right? Okay, I can see many Harry Potter fans over here. Huh? Action, smile, interest, expression, interaction, very important. So interaction, in the first video we saw, it was more like an interview. She was constantly asking questions, and it was a one-way interaction mostly, and the child was only listening and speaking, giving one word answer, one sentence answer. And the teacher was constantly, give me a second, please. Yes. So, so yes, in the first video, we saw the teacher was constantly throwing questions to the on the child, and the child was giving answers, but very limited answers. She was not opening up. Rather, as compared to the video number 2, in video 2, we saw that there was a proper interaction between the child and the teacher. The teacher was more interested in knowing about the child, and she was not just jumping from one question to another. She was actually trying to get into, and she was trying to probe more about the child's interest, and she was also sharing her own experiences, which helps her in building relationship. She also said that, okay, maybe you can tell me how to read those, those large books. I always try to do it, but I'm not able to do it. So yeah, so you are trying to take tips from the child, or maybe you are giving suggestions to the child. That is something that will help you in building a good rapport with the child, and the child will also start trusting you. And in the video number 2, we saw the child slowly and steadily, she's also opening up. Correct? So let's see what was video 1 and video 2 all about. Two-way interaction, yes. Yes, in the first video, it was more like teacher-centered, yes. Instructional kind of a thing, conventional method. Went ahead with other hobby, yes. What other things that you like? Okay, very good. Sharing teachers. Okay, wonderful, yes. So in video number 1, we saw it was more of an interview. There was a one-way interaction. Teacher was just throwing questions. Same tone of voice, there was no change in tonality, and very limited facial expression. There was one more problem. She did not take the child's name often. Whereas in video number 2, we saw that she was constantly taking the name of the child. So that also helps you to build relationship. In video number 2, it was more of a two-way interaction. Teacher was actively participating and made sure that the child also actively participates in the conversation. Voice modulation was there, and there were different gestures and expressions. Absolutely, yes. Okay, so always remember, interviewing the child is not going to help you build relationships. An interaction will help you to build a genuine relationship with the student, and it also helps you to build trust. The child, once starts trusting a teacher, it's more easier for you to influence the child with your teaching. The teaching methods are more effective once a child starts trusting the teacher. Lastly, listen actively. Not like those tuition teachers whom we used to see coming from the right in front of my gate. When I used to see my tuition teacher, I used to run on the terrace, and I used to tell my mom that I'm not available. Tell him I'm not in the home. So yeah, I was very scared of that tuition teacher. So yeah, that should not be the case. The trust should be built. That that comfort zone has to be brought. Now, the last one, listen actively. This, I think, you have already seen in the last video. What we saw in the last video, maybe the first thing that we saw is she was constantly smiling, nodding, tilting her head, maybe leaning forward to listen better. Okay, so these are some of the body language tips that you can have while listening actively, and letting others also understand that you are listening actively to them. Smiling, maintaining eye contact, nodding, tilting your head. Okay, so that might help you to actively listen or look like you are actively listening. And acknowledging or validating others' points. When you acknowledge or validate others' points, the person will also understand that, okay, I'm being heard. It's not like she's thinking of something else and I'm constantly speaking and speaking. So acknowledging and validating each other's points, and at the end, of course, asking relevant follow-up questions. So 3 things: you can listen actively by nodding, use verbal expressions like okay, or non-verbal expressions also like nodding, tilting your head, leaning forward. These kind of non-verbal gestures can also help. Asking genuine questions and not jumping from one question to another. And lastly, acknowledging and validating the responses of the speaker. Let's summarize. Start the class on a high note. Remember to have a genuine smile on the face. Remember, a fake smile is not going to evoke positive feelings. Using impactful voice, speak with enthusiasm. It will energize others. It will energize you as well. And the session will sound more attractive. Being curious, do not interview, interact with the child. Ask more open questions so that the child gets more opportunity to speak. And also try to, build personal connections, maybe try to show the child that you can also learn from him or her. And lastly, listen actively, listen to the child, whatever he's saying. I can see people dropping out in the second session. Why, I don't know. Please do not do this in the second session. Tomorrow, the second session is going to be extremely important. I have seen almost 20 participants have logged out. So please don't do it. The attendance is being marked not only from the dashboard, from here also. So listen actively, nod, ask follow-up questions, move your eyes, maybe tilt your head, lean forward, and show that you are actively listening, and ask relevant follow-up questions as well. Some other do's and don'ts: take students' name often. It builds a sense of belongingness. It brings that. Be authentic. Do not fake it. Students know fake gestures and smiles. Consider the student as an equal partner. Share about yourself, share personal experiences, but do not get into random conversations, because random conversations are not going to help you build relationships. And of course, use of a sing-song voice is another. Right? So that brings us to the end of today's session. And now you can opt for your quizzes. Any more information or question that you would like to ask me, you all can ask. Yesterday's assignment, not able to do, no problem. Go for today's assignment. Today, you have only one quiz. Yes, thank you, Nosh. So only one quiz is there. No, second quiz, don't opt for that. Please opt for session 1 quiz. Go for the first quiz now. Thank you, Karamjeet. Results. Okay, quiz results you will not get. It will just show as attempted, okay, or maybe passed or something like that. But it is okay. Results are not going to affect your onboarding, sorry. Yes. So results of the quiz are not going to affect your onboarding, although try to attempt your quizzes every day. There are some questions which are very important there. Done? Okay, wonderful, wonderful, great, great. So I wanted you to also know about your mocks a little. Those who have left, they might not get the chance to watch this again. So not again, I mean, tomorrow again, I'll repeat, but not in much details, because yesterday also we discussed a little about mocks. Today also we are discussing a little about mocks. I wanted to discuss about mock because today's session, usually we end up very early. And tomorrow's session, art of giving feedback, I have to read all your feedbacks, and I have to give feedback on your feedback, then it takes time. So it's better we discuss about mocks today itself. Now, what are mock evaluations? Mock evaluations, there are 3 mandatory steps to become live. That means take live demo sessions. Mock 1, which is mandatory. Mock 2, which is also mandatory, but there are 2 non-mandatory which are written on your dashboard. You can check. One is junior, another one is adult. So you can go for any one of this. Do not get confused. Either you can opt for junior mock or adult mock. Okay. The last one is mock 3, which is related to senior demo. Okay, but mock 1 and mock 3 both have different questions. So do not get confused again. Mock 1 and mock 3 are not same. They belong to the same genre or same category of demo session, but then the questions and the case study is absolutely different. Why do we have mock evaluations? There are 3 reasons. We want you to practice before the real demo class, and each one of you will get a dedicated feedback from our team. We will try to analyze the patterns and we'll try to understand support areas, and if required, we can also help you further, right? The due dates are right here in front of you. You can take a screenshot. The PPTs that I'm showing, it's already there with you. In case if you want to check anytime later, you can go ahead and check also. So mock 1, the deadline is on Friday, 7 p.m. Understand this. We have done senior demo, right? But we have not done slot confirmation. Slot confirmation we will do on day 4, that is Thursday. So once we have done slot confirmation and PTI on day 4, that is Thursday, once we have done that, after what, so Thursday, for your kind information, I will not be your trainer because I am on a leave. So there will be another trainer. So don't get confused. Right after your Thursday session, 1:30 it will get over. After 1:30, you can start doing your first mock. Okay? Black cameras, please listen carefully. After 1:30 on Thursday, you can start doing your mocks. Okay? Is it compulsory to do all the mock rounds? Don't do, there will be no onboarding. No, all the mocks are mandatory, I said. Okay, so don't miss any of the mocks. You will not be onboarded otherwise. Okay, so mock 1 is senior. Again, the deadline is Friday, 7 p.m. So you can start on Thursday. It will get over by Thursday itself. In case if you don't have time on Thursday, try to do it on Friday morning. Why? The reason is on Friday at 5:30 p.m. you have a query session. So in case if your mock 1 is not working, or in the 5:30 session, you can clearly tell them that, sir, this is the problem. Because that is a technical, there will be a person from the technical team, operations team, who will be there to help you out. So make sure that you attempt your first mock at least on Thursday or Friday morning. Clear? So that you can ask questions. And mock 2, you have time till Saturday, 7 p.m. There is a choice between junior or adult. You can either go for junior or you can go for adult. Mock 3, again, senior demo, it's Monday, 7 p.m., the deadline. But it will be good if you can complete it within Sunday. The evaluations will be quicker. You can proceed to the next mock without waiting for the results, so don't worry. You can go to the next mock. Once mock 1 is done, you can move on to mock 2. Okay. Some important points. Please wear formal clothes, be well groomed, maintain an eye contact, have a proper camera angle, keep the device at eye level, and ensure that upper body is visible until waist. Even if not till waist, at least your hand gestures should be visible. Okay. And background should be a white screen or a clean wall, because the mocks are going to happen on Willow platform. You will not have this virtual background as you can see on my screen. So this virtual background option is not there on Willow platform. Make sure that you sit against a wall, which is like any color, but it should be plain. Okay, do not sit against a printed wallpaper. That's a noise in the background. Make sure that there is no noise in the background. It should be plain, either dark or light. Try to have it have a light background, but then even if it is a dark one, make sure that it is plain. Okay. Now, how to give the mocks on Willow platform? This video that you are seeing here, I'm not going to play this video. This video is already there in your demo class content, the teacher's handbook. Okay. Please try to watch this video today. This will be your homework for today. Very important. Please watch this video. I want you to watch this video today. Anytime. While doing your mocks, at the end, you will be asked, you will be prompted for your registered phone number and email address. Please provide your registered phone number and email address only. And you cannot share your screen on Willow. So the demo PPTs that I have given you, the senior demo, junior demo PPT, adult demo PPT, all those PPTs or the Google Canvas slides that you will be using, you can keep it on another tab and you can switch between the tabs to refer to the demo PPT in between. Is it clear? So you will be able to switch between the tabs. So keep only 2 tabs open, use the tab once and then go to the Willow platform, click on record and then go to the another tab and then you can start explaining. Okay.
And
Sorry. Remember teachers, no mocks means no onboarding. All 3 mocks are compulsory. Please adhere to your mock timelines. It is extremely important to complete these to start taking demos. Use registered phone number and email address only. All these parameters, Anamika, is given on your dashboard. I'll share it once. Wait. All these parameters of your mock. So this is your dashboard, teachers, right? So in your dashboard, go to day 4. Just below the slot confirmation lesson, you have this teacher mock 1 senior demo. Okay. Click on attempt mock. Now only you can do that. No problem. Click on attempt mock. It's written, please read the guidelines and case study before starting the mock. Most of the time we are in such a hurry that we just go down. We don't even read this whole thing and we just click on attempt mock. Please don't do that. Please read this whole thing. There is a case study, Mrs. Bavalkar. There is a child, Abir, age 15, grade 10. Okay, hobbies are given. Parents profile is also given. Complete the interview within the allotted time on a laptop. You have 3 attempts per answer. I think it is 4. But anyways, upon completion of all the answers on Willow in the mock assessment, you are required to click on the submit button. Do not click on save for later. Please don't do that. Ensure a strong Wi-Fi signal with at least Mbps, 5 Mbps speed. If you encounter difficulties opening Willow in a Chrome, please clear your browsing history and cache. Then try to log in again. And please ensure that you grant permission for your microphone and camera to access Willow platform. Read all these guidelines. And there are some parameters also. You will be scored on a scale of 1 to 4 on each parameter, and score of 1 and 2 leads to disqualification, whereas 3 and 4 is qualified. Once you are done, here in the view result section, you will see it will be written as evaluation pending or assessment pending. Okay. And once the assessment is done by the team, it will show as passed or maybe disqualified. It will show. Okay. Here in this case, it's already removed now. It has been removed from this one. Otherwise, I would have shown you. So anyways, that is how you give your mocks. From where we will get the demo PPTs, the demo class content on your dashboard. Here. For this teacher, it is here. Maybe for you, it is on the right-hand side. Just check. On your dashboard, you will find demo class content. Now, if you have done all your quizzes as done, you all can start leaving. Thank you. Can we start mock rounds today? Did I say to start your mock rounds today? What did I say? I said after Thursday, once you are trained on slot confirmation call, only then you will be able to answer your first mock. The first mock, first question is slot confirmation call. First mock, first question is slot confirmation call, which will be completed, which will be covered on the day 4 training session. So please do not attempt your mocks now. Attempt your mocks only on Thursday. Now, if you have done your quizzes and if you don't have any queries, you all can leave. What is the age group? It's not divided as per the age group, Reshmi. It is divided up basically on the basis of the grades. If it is a KG grade student till grade 3, it will be under junior, and senior would be grade 4 to grade 10. 11th and 12th can be categorized both in senior or adult. And adult is adult. college going students, professionals, working professionals, entrepreneurs. Blur background, Orville, it will not work. It won't work. I won't be able to attend tomorrow's session at 10 a.m. Rupali, yes, you can either reschedule or maybe you can watch the session recording also. Okay, 1 day absence can be taken up. Onboarding depends on mocks. Yes, your onboarding depends on mocks. That is correct, Anamika. Average time period, it is not an elimination round, so don't worry. It's not like you all will be eliminated. It's you will be trained again on the support areas and the team will inform you about it. And again, you can attempt for mocks. Okay. Average time period mock is 1 hour. I'll tell you what is this 1 hour. 1 hour is basically the total of the times of each video. So if there are 14 videos, 14 into 5, that is the average time. Okay. So that is how it is calculated. It's not like you have to complete it within 1 hour only. It can take 1.5 hours also. Depends on how quickly you do. What would adult mock 2 be about? It will be about adult mock, just as we saw today. Today we saw the senior mock, the senior demo, right? On Friday, I will be training you about adult mock as well. Okay, and in case if you want to see how the adult demo looks like, you can open your demo class content. There is an adult PPT there. Please open it. Presentation skills. Okay. Is it this Thursday? Yes, it is this Thursday. Can we return after lunch for the mock? Can we return after the lunch for mock? She has left, I think. Today, you are not doing your mocks. Please don't do. Some of them are still asking me and they have left the session. So today, no mock. Blur background is okay. Blur background, you won't get the option. What do we have to score? Score also I showed you. Unable to complete my assignment. Assignment, if you're not able to do yesterday, today try to do it. Even if it doesn't work today as well, try to do it tomorrow. It's not very important. It's okay. Not a problem. Start the mock round today. No. What happens if somehow we cannot hear the cutoff marks? Clear the cutoff marks. Oh, so you will be trained. You will be getting a proper feedback, dedicated feedback from the team, and they will tell you, they will guide you what you have to do the next. From where will we get the demo PPTs? Triya, I think I showed you, right? What would adult mock 2 be about? Okay, I said that. Yes, class is over. Class is over long back. What would be the content to be prepared for mock test? Content, the things that I'm teaching you. And if you're talking about the physical content, then it is already there on your dashboard. Demo class content. You will be trained again, Aishwarya. Once disqualified, you will be trained again. And again, you will be opting for the mocks. Okay. What is the age group? There is no age group. Again, grade. Oh, I've answered this. Can you please tell us the topics on which we will be giving our mocks? Diksha, there is no topic. It's not a demonstration. It's a mock. It's an assessment. Understand the difference. The demo PPTs are already given. I showed you a whole demo session today. What was it? It had few activities which introduced body language, confidence, voice modulation, thought structure, and it also had, so it's all divided into 4 skills. Listening, speaking, reading, writing, LSRW technique. I think most of you know about it, isn't it? So listening was where we played Ovia's video. Speaking was the last one where she has to make her own speech. And the second, listening, speaking, yeah, I said. Reading was Ovia's speech when she read it out. And writing part is also this final showcase round. So you are following a set approach. There is a structured approach towards a particular content. And this is the content which we have provided. So you are going to give the mocks as the demo. Basically, no, it's not demo also. Mock is a series of questions. It's a set of questions which will give you a particular situation. And on that situation, how would you teach the child? So that's what the mock is all about. How can we have same content for all the mocks? How is it possible? Tell me. For junior mock, you will use junior demo PPT. For senior mock, you will be using senior demo PPT. For adult mock, you will be using adult demo PPT. How can it be the same? Naveen, in that case, your onboarding will be delayed, but yes, that is a possibility. Okay. Others can leave. I already said those who do not have a query can leave. Suchasmita, no, that will not affect your onboarding if that shows as not attended or missed session, doesn't affect. Assignment is not compulsory 3 year. It is basically for your practice. Yes, Kansha, I will pass on your query to the team. Yes, done. Orville, it is in the demo class content page. Teacher's handbook. Okay. It's there in the teacher's handbook. Check, it is there. Showing that I missed yesterday's session. No, it's not going to affect your onboarding. No, it's Bushra. It is not for a selected teacher means now you are going to be trained and then you are going to give mocks. Okay. No, you're not okay. That's not, you're not onboarded. Selected means you have been selected as a Planet Spark teacher. Now you are going to get training and accordingly you will be giving your mocks. And after the mocks, you will get onboarded. Okay. Selection, then onboarding. Yes, Orville, you can unmute yourself. It's open. Yes.
Yeah, see, I'm currently in the teacher handbook. So which is the video?
The last one.
Curriculum explanation.
Yes. Curriculum explanation. Is
okay.
it?
Grown-up script.
The last one. No. Oh, 1 second. There are some videos, how-to videos. Submit on Willow. Yes.
Submitting mocks on Willow. Okay.
Absolutely. I'm not talking about this one. I'm talking about this one. And tomorrow you have junior demo. So it would be good if you can go through the junior demo as well. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Yes.
Yes, ma'am, I just wanted to ask about the salary cycle. Should I be speaking to the HR? Because she
salary
only...
cycle, what do you want to ask? It's not salary, it is payout.
I mean, yeah, payout, right, ma'am. So payout will happen like the end of the month or the beginning of the month. What time do we get our payouts?
Like say, for example, today is 13th of August. Give me a second, please. Yeah, sorry. What was I saying? Payout, yes. So like on 13th of August, I have started taking my demo session. Today I took 5 demos. Say for example, when I took the first demo, after I completed it, I marked it as conducted. My payout section will show the amount, say 150 or 200, whatever it is. And then again, I took another one. It will show 150 plus 150, 300. Okay, done. So my payout section will keep on showing as and when 1 hour, I keep on taking sessions. My amount will get added, accumulated there in my payout section. Now, 31st, it will stop. So you will be trained on this. Every 7th of every month, you will get a pop-up on your earning summary where you have to submit, you have to confirm your earning summary. Okay, every like 1 week. And the last one will be like 21 to 30. It will be 9 days. So for 9 days, you'll have to wait. And your final acceptance will come on 28th. That would be the final acceptance. And 30-31 will be added. And after that, after your payout has all been accumulated together, on 8th of the next month. So in between this 7 days, we check all the calculation and all. And finally, on your bank account, it will flash on 8th of every month. Okay. In case 8th is a holiday, you might get it on 9th or sometimes on 7th. Clear? I'll close the session.
I was speaking on mute, sorry. So we are actually getting the payouts by the 7th or 8th or 9th of every month.
8th is the correct date. If 8th is a public holiday, then either 7th or 9th.
Right. Got it.
Do we really get incentives for every teacher joined through our Google form? As in, I did not get it, Sebastian. Through our Google form. I'm not sure about this. This, I think your HR will be able to tell you. Not sure. I've never referred any teacher as such till date. After onboarding, you will get in touch with your OJT. Phone number, everything you will have. Don't worry. Documentation, don't ask me. For documentation purpose, if you want to ask, what you can do is you can mail on this ID. Any document related questions, you can mail in this ID. Okay, I have no idea, Sebastian. I have no idea about that form that you have received. Yeah, if they have provided, you will really receive. If they have said, yes, you will. Okay. So I'll close the session. Thank you so much. Tomorrow's session will be thankfully lighter because I have discussed a lot of things about mocks already. So yes, we'll start at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.